I just feel like there are so many people who say they want to learn Japanese and they don't take a step. Maybe because they're scared to learn it. Maybe because they're scared they don't have enough time. When I first moved to Japan and started taking Japanese learning a little bit more seriously, I started out being very confident and very excited to learn. But the more I dove into it, I realized, wow, like this is so hard and this can get complicated and there's so many layers and so many things you have to memorize. This is not easy. I am not someone who is good with academics. I was always a kind of C, D student. D's make degrees. I wanted to do an art major in college because I knew it was something that I was at least good enough to pass. So honestly, like, academics terrify me. It came to a point where I thought, like, can I actually learn a language? Like, can I memorize all these things and can I understand the patterns and the layers? And can I build a strong foundation? Because to me, language is a lot like math, actually. If you don't have a strong foundation for the most basic stuff, you'll never get it. And that was my problem with math back in the day. I just never had a strong foundation, so I just could not get the more complex concepts. And language is the same way. If you can't build a good foundation, you'll have like a terrible time learning more advanced stuff. And so there came a point where I was like, there's no way, I just can't do it. Back in July of last year, I took the Jlpt N5. The Jlpt, if you don't know, is the Japanese language proficiency test, and the lower levels are more just to test your own skills. For me, I just wanted to know that I was progressing, basically. And the higher levels will give you a better chance to get a job here in Japan, basically. The first time I took the Jlpt back in July, I failed it. I didn't fail it by much, but I failed it, and I was pretty bummed because I felt like I had studied really well, but I knew exactly why I had failed it. And that reason was fixed because of these books, the Japanese from Zero books. I took the test again in December, just a couple months ago, and I passed it that time because I had been through these two books. And I will tell you exactly what's in these books that helped me pass. I know what you're thinking, isn't the N5 supposed to be really easy? Well, some of us are really smart and some of us are not smart, so we gotta be proud of small baby steps, okay? The Japanese from Zero book series, I did not get into until after I had tinkered with Genki a little bit. And this is not like a video at all bashing Genki. Genki's great, but the concepts in Genki were being thrown at me so fast and there was so much to learn and I was overwhelmed by Genki. But now that I've gone through these books and gone back to Genki, you know, there are things that I understand a lot better. But for me, I just needed the foundation really laid out, paragraph by paragraph. I needed exercises about every little concept. And that's why I love the Japanese from Zero books. The reason why I had failed the Jlpt the first time was because I could not read the information fast enough. I understood each character, all the kanji, all the katakana, all the hiragana, but I was having trouble reading fast enough and processing that information to find an answer. What really helped me in this book was what I think they called the progressive method of learning the characters. So for example, when you learn a new set of characters, they get plugged in place of the, normal Latin alphabet letters. For example, here's inu. So you have, which is dog. And so you have I here, I, the character for I, and then nu, written just N-U. And so this actually helped me be able to read faster because there are sentences in here and reading comprehension that they plug in the characters that you know so that you can read a more natural pace. And so each lesson, they will add the hiragana that you learn until you get to the very end of the book and everything is in hiragana. There's no more Latin alphabet at all. And that very slow input, just what you know method helped me so much. It helped me with my speed speed, it helped me with my reading comprehension, and that is honestly one of the best things about this book. I recently finished book 2, which teaches you katakana. This one teaches you hiragana, and then this one teaches you katakana in that same progressive style. So by the end of this book, you'll know how to read all of the katakana. I just finished this one, so I recently bought Japanese from Zero number 3. Now there are grammar concepts in here that I've already studied and I've understood from other sources, but what the thing about this series is I want to know George Trombley and Yukari Takenaka. Those are the authors of the books. I want to know what they think about these different grammar concepts and different words and phrases and stuff, because I mean, what I've learned from these books is amazing. And even if I know some of the concepts in this book, I just want to know their take on it, and I want to practice. And that's the other thing about this book, is that there is a workbook inside of here. It's not just throwing all this text at you. It explains a concept and then has you physically write it and do it and practice it. And that is something that everyone needs to do. I feel like if you're learning Japanese, write. The Japanese from Zero series also has a book called Kanji from Zero, and I will admit this is the first book I bought from the Japanese from Zero series, and because I was so excited to learn kanji. I thought for some reason that if I jumped into kanji, all my problems would be solved. And man, I love kanji. I still love kanji. It's my favorite aspect of Japanese. It's so fun to write and read, and it just makes me feel really cool, okay? Like, I love kanji, but I really jumped the gun. I bought this book, I'm only a third of the way through it, and I started to go through some of the example sentences in here where it plugs in the kanji, and I'm like, well, I don't understand the grammar in this, so maybe I need to slow down a little bit and go back to these books and make sure I know the grammar and have a good foundation before I moved on. And man, this will give you the foundation you need. I hear a lot of people say, I want to learn Japanese, but I know a very, very small amount of people who order, these books and write every day and study every day and really put in the effort to learn it. So, if you're one of those people, you say like you really want to learn Japanese, this could be for you. This could be a step for you. And if you go through this book and pick up the second one, you'll probably go through the whole thing. I mean, it's almost addicting. Like, the book is addicting to do, and it's so fun to learn. And when you come across a sentence that it's just very rewarding, honestly. So if you're one of those people that always says, oh man, I'd love to learn Japanese, whether that be to play games in Japanese or read manga or just to be able to speak it, like, this will help you, especially if you're someone who's very academically challenged like I am and always have been. And I'm not saying it spoon feeds you by any means. There are some very, very challenging workbook activities here that you're gonna have to stop and think about. But it makes sure before you do those activities that you have the understanding of the particles, the verb endings, the conjugations, and stuff like that. I want to clarify, this is not a sponsored video whatsoever. Absolutely not. Like, it's not. I'm being 100% real with you when I say that, I bought these books with my own money. No one's telling me to tell you this. I just feel like there are so many people who say they want to learn Japanese and they don't take a step. Maybe because they're scared to learn it. Maybe because they're scared they don't have enough time. Do a page a day. Do a page a day of this. And your progress might be a little slow, but it's better than no progress. Just do a page a day. And it's easy. And, this book series is super easy on the eyes, and it's not overwhelming at all. So, see, that's so easy. Read a page a day. Anyway, guys, I just wanted to share with you what's really been helping me with Japanese and what has helped me actually have a good foundation to go back to more, I would say, complicated books like the Genki series. It has helped that I've done this book and then gone back and done this one, because use multiple tools when you're learning Japanese or any language. Use multiple sources. But as far as starting out, if you want to feel confident in learning Japanese, this I think will get you there. I will drop an Amazon link in the description below if you want to buy one of these. Again, this is not sponsored at all. I'm literally just telling you that this book is great, and if you want to learn it, this is the one. Basically, what's next for me in my Japanese journey is doing this book. And I also do italki lessons, which are video lessons. I try to do at least one a week. And yeah, just going through this book, maybe, you know, going through Genki every once in a while, but, and then I do wanikani, which is a kanji program as well. I'm just so excited to jump into this one. I've been waiting for this one because I love kanji so much, and I already actually, I know all of the kanji. I know all of the meanings of the kanji in this book, but I don't know how to write each kanji. That's the weird thing, is like you can know a kanji, and then if you have to go and write it, you might not remember it, and that's me. So yeah, I'm super excited to jump into this one. And it's going to teach me how to put the kanji into the sentences correctly. So I'm very, very excited for that. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed my Japanese language update. It is a slow process of, I've already been living in Japan for almost 2 years, and I feel so beginner, but at least I'm slowly putting in all the effort that I possibly can. If you guys enjoy the Japanese language update videos, I know not everyone is going to be into these kinds of things, but if you're really into them, please give me a like and comment down below if you do enjoy them. I'll probably do more of them, but I usually don't have much to update about when it comes to Japanese language learning. How about you guys? Are you interested in learning a language? Maybe not even Japanese, maybe French or Russian or whatever language you want to learn. Throw it down in the comments. Let me know how your journey with that is going. Anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will play with you some other time. Bye!